जय राधे
राधे जय राधे जय राधे
कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण
कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण
जाको कही निर्लेप अस पुनि पुनि वेद पुकार राधे राधे
जाको कही निर्लेप अस पुनि पुनि वेद पुकार राधे राधे
जाकर देखूं मधुपुरी सोई कूजा को यार राधे राधे
जाकर देखा हूँ मधुपुरी सोई कूजा को यार राधे राधे
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण 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 राधे
वो लाडली लाल की
जय
जाको कही निर्लेप अस पुनि पुनि वेद पुकार he who is called nirlep nirlep means unattached has no attach इनकी आसक्ति नहीं है again and again the Vedas are saying this about Shri Krishna तो जाकर देखहु मधुपुरी सोई कुब्जा को यार that same absolute Brahm Shri Krishna who is unattached if you go to Mathura Madhupuri means Mathura you will see he has made Kubja hunchback his lover that's supreme Brahm this is the literal meaning Vyakhyan Shri Krishna is there is a Ved mantra which says Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Brihadaranyukopanishad 5:1:1 He is complete in every way. He's not lacking in anything, everything fully complete. He's such an entity that if you take away infinite, unlimited, he remains unlimited. He's not lacking in any way. So he is totally detached to the infinite degree. There's nothing he needs to make him complete. When Sri Krishna went to Mathura, at the age of 11 and a half years, that's how long he stayed in Vrindavan. Akrud came, told him that his special invitation from Kans. Kans is a king, to come to Mathura. So Sri Krishna and Balram left for Mathura. So when they reached to Mathura, they started doing sightseeing. अब जरा देख लो, बहुत सुना है मथुरा के बारे में. Kanhaiya is saying to Balram, Arey Balram, we have heard so much about this Mathura. Let's go around and look a little bit, do a little sightseeing. Time passed. So while they were walking like that, they happened to come across a maid servant of Kans. Her name was Kubja, a hunchback, very ugly hunchback. She used to prepare perfumes for Kans. So, seeing her, Kanhaiya ko mazak सूझा. Seeing her, Kanhaiya said, "Hey, lady, oh, most beautiful lady. Huh? Hey, Sundari, come here." So she said, "Hey, I don't have time." "Why are you so busy? Who are you?" "Oh, I'm a servant. I'm maid servant of Kans. And what do you do?" "I prepare the special perfumes for him." So Kanhaiya said, "Then give me some." "Oh, beautiful lady." Kubja had done bhakti in her past life. Sakam bhakti. There are two kinds of bhakti, Sakam and Nishkam. Sakam means loving Sri Krishna with desire to fulfill one's own happiness. Apna sukh chahte hai. Not to ask for the world. Asking for the world is not even bhakti. Oh, I want to get a good job. I want to have a good husband. I want to have a good wife. I want to have children. That's not even bhakti. That person has yet to decide that there's no happiness in the world. They're still searching for happiness in the world. One loves Krishna, wants Krishna, but for one's own happiness. This is called Sakam Bhakti. There are three kinds of love actually. One is Sadharni Rati, one is Samanjasarati, one is Samartharati. So Sadharni Rati, this is C class, lowest, Sakam Bhakti. Kubja wanted to satisfy her senses, but with no man in the world, only Sri Krishna. This was her desire. She only wanted to satisfy her desires with only Sri Krishna. Her love is glorified in Bhagavad. Shukadev ji glorifies the love of Kubja. What tapasya she must have done that the Supreme Lord became her beloved. So Shri Krishna, of course, knew that. That's why he was playing with her. She didn't know this was Krishna. That Lord whom she was having this desire, her bhakti. Shri Krishna fulfills the wishes of his devotees. So, Shri Krishna took his feet and put it on her back. He pulled her to the ground and put his feet on her back, his lotus charan, and held her and pulled her up. She, of course, by doing that, the kubja, the hunchback, the hunch in her back disappeared, and she became supremely beautiful. Param Sundari ban gaya. And Shri Krishna fulfilled her desires. He became her beloved. However you love Shri Krishna, ye yathama prapadyanti tans tathaiva bhajamyaham. Gita chapter 4 verse 11. Shri Krishna says with a challenge, how a devotee loves me, how someone loves me, with whatever feeling, I return that love in the same way, in the same amount, with the same feeling. Unka challenge, this is his challenge. So, this is how Kubja loved. And she attained it. Now, even though Kubja attained Krishna, Jagat Gurutam Sri Kripaluji Maharaj tells us, don't even think about doing this kind of devotion. It's extremely dangerous. A person who loves for their own happiness is never going to become the excess degree to which we have to do that, no soul in the world can do. This is special Leela. One who loves for their own happiness, when a beloved does what you want, Jai Ho, Jai Hanuman, Jai Durga. And when you think, oh, I didn't get what I want, there's Hanuman, there's Durga, there's no God. That person is going to become an atheist. Somebody's wife is very sick. So they go to the temple, hey Durga Ma, hey Hanumanji, please make my wife well and I will offer 10 pounds of 10 kilo, 5 kilo halwa चढ़ाऊंगा. I will offer 10 pounds of sweet. And that supposing the wife by chance gets well, oh, Jai Hanuman, Jai Durga. And next time the wife gets sick again the person does the same thing, go to the mandir, make the offering, and the wife dies. This Hanuman, this Durga, this nothing. This Hindu people are crazy. An atheist. Also, your devotion will never be strong. When you think you get, when the beloved looks at you, talk to you, he loves me. He doesn't look at you, oh, you become depressed. Angry, you're going to lose all your bhakti. This is why, from the very beginning, Jagat Gurutam Sri Kripaluji Maharaj tells us, Nishkam Prem, Nishkam. Tat Sukha Sukhitvam. Naradji says in Narad Bhakti Sutra, to be happy in the happiness of the beloved. Whatever makes the beloved happy, I am happy. He doesn't care to look at me, I am happy. Because the philosophy is there. If I love him, he has to love me. This is Sri Krishna. This law applies to Sri Krishna, applies to the saints also. Chapter 4, verse 11. How much I love him, he has to love me. He can pretend how much he wants. Do as though I don't even exist. I don't care. I know if I love him, he has to love me. Has to. We saw that. Sometimes you go to Maharaji, when Maharaji used to be here, the first time you meet him after a long time, he will give you such a hug and you will feel, oh, wow. And then he will do as though you don't even exist. He didn't even know. I even asked Neelu, who is this person? Oh, such acting. But if you were true sadhak, philosophy, then you would smile. I know. He wants you to increase your love. If you start thinking you're very special, that's the end of you. Abhiman, pride will come. So he doesn't want that. He wants you to increase all the time. So even though Kubja attains Sri Krishna and her love is glorified, we should never practice bhakti like that. As I told you, there's 3 classes. That's C class, that devotee only attains prema bhakti. Samanjasarati, B class. This devotee loves Sri Krishna as a wife loves a husband. The queens of Sri Krishna and Dwarika, Rukmini, etc., who is Mahalakshmi. They want Sri Krishna's happiness, but they want their own happiness also, 50-50. They go beyond prema bhakti, sneh bhakti, man bhakti, pranay bhakti, rag bhakti, anurag. That's how far they can reach, anurag bhakti. They cannot go beyond that. And then samartharati, A class, the gopis. They only love Sri Krishna for his happiness. The gopis took care of their body not for themselves, but the thought that this would make Kanhaiya, Sri Krishna, happy. Whatever it did was only for Sri Krishna. They cross Anurag and attain Mahabhav, the highest. So Maharaji wanted us to attain the highest. That's why he told us also all the time, Nishkam. Plus that if you practice that, you will never get depressed. You will never have negative feeling. You will not get angry. You will not judge the beloved. And your bhakti will keep growing stronger and stronger. All right, let's go on. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe,
Radhe Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe,
Krishna Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna,
Krishna Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna.
जाके भयभीत हो महाकाल बड़ जोर राधे राधे
जाके भयभीत हो महाकाल बड़ जोर राधे राधे
जरासंध के भय सोई भाजी बन्यो रन छोर राधे राधे।
जरासंध के भय सोई, भाजी बन्यो रण छोड़, राधे राधे।
लाडली लाल की
जय।
जाके भय भयभीत हो महाकाल बरजोर। Shri Krishna is told to be so terrifying, even that Yamraj is afraid. Mahakal kaapte. He trembles with fear. There's the god of death. His name is Yamraj. He trembles with fear in front of Shri Krishna. Jarasandha ke bhay soi, bhaji banyo ran chhor. The same Shri Krishna, there was a Rakshas named Jarasandha. Shri Krishna went to battle with him and he ran so fast away. He didn't even look back to see if Jarasandha is still following. He ran all the way to Dwarika. And he got a special name for that. Ranchhor. Ranchhor means a deserter. It's a very bad thing. If you're in the army and you desert, they court-martial you, they can hang you. It's a very bad thing to be a deserter. And this is a name, a special name for Shri Krishna, Ranchhor. Shri Krishna, the Veda says, Bhaya dasyagnis tapati bhaya tapati suraya. The Shri Krishna, even death is afraid of Shri Krishna. Mahakal, Yamraj, the god of death, trembles with fear in front of Shri Krishna. Govindan mityur vibheti. Gopal Tapani Upanishad, third mantra. Shri Krishna is so terrifying. The death is afraid, the god of death. Yamraj is afraid. The same Shri Krishna once was having a battle with a Rakshas called Jarasandha. And Jarasandha started to defeat Shri Krishna. Imagine Shri Krishna, who is called Ajit, who can never be defeated. Impossible. He is getting defeated by Jarasandha, little Rakshas. And he started running away from the battlefield. He ran so fast. He ran all the way to Dwarika. Not even looking back to see if Jarasandha is still following me. So a title was given to him because he left the battlefield, deserted the battlefield, Ranchhor. If you go to what is called Dwarika today, this is not the real Dwarika. The city of Dwarika was built for Shri Krishna in the ocean. When Shri Krishna left the world after 125 years, that city sank into the ocean. So what is called Dwarika today in India is not the same Dwarika. But even then, there's a place called Dwarika in India. The people who worship Shri Krishna there, they sing a bhajan, a kirtan. Hamare Raja Rann Chor, Hamare Raja Rann Chor. They're glorifying my king is a deserter, my king is a deserter. They're chanting and clapping and dancing. The one they love, he's a deserter. A coward. This is the kind of pastimes that Sri Krishna had. Can't understand. Nobody can understand. To give happiness to his devotees, to come down to our level, there's no reason. The pastimes of Sri Krishna, Brahma, Saraswati, Are, Shiv, Vishnu, Brahma, no one can understand. And people try to. People get together. Hey, in the Ramayana, Bhagwan, God, as Sri Ram, hid behind a tree and killed Bali. पेड़ के पीछे छिपके मारा. And so there's a discussion amongst these people. Hey, do you know why he did that? And the next one says, I will tell you. And they think they can know. To use logic to understand the pastimes of God, his actions, is the greatest harm. This is why Parvati pretended not to recognize Ram. Parvati is Durga, Bhagavati, mother of the entire universe. She tested Ram to see if he was God. And not only that, she lied to Shiv. She said on the one hand, she was all-knowing, Sarvagya. I know that, he is the Supreme Lord. And when Shivji asked her, did you go and test Ram? Which she had done. She said, no, I just went and did pranam like you and came back. Lied. Outrightly. Later on in the Ramayana, Shivji said, Parvati, you can never have any doubt. You are the mother of the universe. You did this to show worldly people that they should not use logic to understand the actions of God and the saints. And the consequences of using that logic to understand that Shivji, he left Parvati. Sati she was that time. So, these are the actions. God is called, as I said, Ajit. He cannot be defeated. Yet he is performing all these kinds of leelas. He is being plain as though he is ignorant, as though he knows nothing. All the cowherd boys never went to school, and Sri Krishna, as long as he was in Vrindavan, he also never went to school. वो भी अंगूठा छाप, सब ग्वाल बाल अंगूठा छाप. It's only when he went to Mathura and then Devaki and Vasudev, they sent him to school, Sandipale. So, these are the leelas, the sweet leelas of Sri Krishna. Whatever devotee wants, Sri Krishna has to do. This is the whole thing. जैसे भक्त की इच्छा इसके अनुसार उनको करना पड़ेगा. According to the desire of a devotee, God has to do. He fulfills the desires of his devotees. Let's continue. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe,
Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe.
Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna.
Krishna, Jaya Krishna.
राम कही वेद ऋचान बखान राधे राधे
जाको आत्मा राम कही वेद ऋचान बखान राधे राधे
सोई गोपीन संग रास कर गोपी हो वेद ऋचान राधे राधे
सोई गोपीन संग रास कर गोपी हो वेद ऋचान राधे राधे
Shri Krishna is called Atma Ram in the Vedas. Purnakam, Atma Ram, one who is contented in the self, fully contented. Doesn't need something to make him contented. Atma Ram, Purnakam. The Vedas say this about Shri Krishna. और वही श्री कृष्ण गोपिन संग रास कर और गोपी बेद ऋचान. The same Shri Krishna is performing ras, many kinds of ras, having intimate pastimes with the gopis. Amorous, intimate amorous pastimes. Atmaram. And is behaving like a lustful lover. And not only that, the same verses of the Vedas, which is describing him as Atmaram Purnakam, supremely contented, they have become gopis also and enjoying with him. There are many, many gopis, many categories. The highest gopis came from Golok with Sri Krishna. Like Ashtamaha Sakhi, the 8 main Sakhis, gopis. Lalita, Vishakha, Tungabidya, etc. They are all manifestations of Radha Krishna himself. These are the highest. The saints, the Paramhansas in the Dandak forest when Sri Ram was banished. Seeing Ram so beautiful, they started loving him as a woman would love a man. Sri Krishna told them, not here. I am Maryada Purushottam. When I come in Dwapar Yuga, this is Treta Yuga, when I come in Dwapar as Krishna, you will come as gopis. So some of the gopis were the saints of the Dandak forest in Treta Yuga. Some were the sons of Agni Dev, the god of fire. Some were friends of Sita in Janakpur. And the lowest were the verses of the hymns of the Vedas. Richan. If you say A class, B class, and C class being the lowest class of devotees, of gopis, the verses of the Vedas would be the lowest class, C class. Or dasi ki dasi ki dasi. the servant of the servant of the servant. They didn't have direct seva to the gopis, even to the Ashtamahasakhi. They also had servants, and the verses of the Vedas, they served the servants. They are the verses of the Vedas, Ved Kirichan. So they are glorifying. This is so surprising that they also. And Shri Krishna is Purna Kam. Here in this, Parikshit got confused many times. He questioned Shukadev ji, how could that supreme Brahm, Shri Krishna, who is the writer of the Vedas, the teacher of the Vedas, the protector, perform such irreligious actions as having amorous pastimes with the gopis who were the wives of other men? This was explained many times to him, and still he asked over and over. So, Parikshit, Shukadev ji said, Parikshit, listen, last time I'm going to tell you. Just as fire is called Sarvabhuk, whatever you put in fire, fire takes it and makes it fire. You can put the dirtiest thing in the fire, it will become fire. You can put pure things like gold, it becomes fire. You can put iron in fire, it becomes fire. Everything, fire makes it into fire. Fire does not become that object. You can put the best or the worst. Just as Ganga, you have other rivers flowing into Ganga, it takes it and sacred rivers and makes it into Ganga. You have the dirtiest nalis, dirtiest drains that people would put dirty things in. They use the roads, etc. as toilet, and this is all swept into these drains and they flow into the Ganga. The Ganga does not become those drains. The Ganga takes it and makes it into Ganga. The sun shines everywhere. But the sun does not become dirty. It purifies everything it shines on. In the same way, God and the saints. They are like fire, they are like Ganga, they are like the sun. Whatever comes in contact with God or a saint becomes pure. Neither God nor the saint becomes impure. Whatever comes in contact. Because they are purity personified. God and the saints, they have a special power. I'm not going to go in great detail. This was discussed previously in other verses. Just briefly, I should not just explain the Leela. But this is, so God and the saints, they have a special power called Yog Maya. Yog plus Maya. Kartum akartum manyatha kartum samarthaha. That which makes the impossible possible. Through this power of Yog Maya, God and the saints can do all the works of Maya, worldly works, and yet remain sacred, pure on the inside. Because we don't understand this power of Yog Maya, people can't understand the actions of God, they doubt saints, and they commit Nama Prad, unpardonable sin. It is very important to understand this thing called Yog Maya. So they can do all the actions. They can perform action of anger, yet they have no anger. Durvasa is always angry. He's Muni, he's a saint. Sri Ram is killing people on the battlefield. Sri Krishna is killing. Hanuman is killing Brahman in Lanka. Brahma Hatya. Arjuna is killing. And yet, They have done nothing. Yog Maya. They have no lust, yet perform action of lust. In ancient times, every saint got married. Every saint, Vashishta, Vishwamitra, read all the history. They had wives, children, everything. Today only this thing of saint not getting married, not having children, not being householder, this is just acting. This is not reality. All the saints had everything. They had children. Hare Ram had Lava and Kush. Where did they come from? Fall from the sky? They came from the womb of Sita, mother of the universe. Hare, forget Sri Ram. Sri Krishna had 16,108 wives in Dwarika, and with every wife 10 children. Multiply. And yet he has no lust. Yoga Maya. So this power of Yoga Maya, it allows God as well as the saints to do all the work of Maya, yet they are supremely pure, sacred on the inside. This is how that Sri Krishna, and the saint is also Atmaram, Purnakam, supremely contented. Yet Sri Krishna is performing amorous pastimes with the gopis, and even gopis who were the verses of the Vedas itself also too. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe,
Radhe Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe.
Krishna Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna,
Krishna Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna.
जाको कहा आज सोई ब्रज नंद नंदन बनियाय राधे राधे
जाको कहा आज सोई ब्रज नंद नंदन बनियाय राधे राधे।
ग्वालन जूठन खात लखी विधि बुद्धि गई भरमाय राधे राधे
ग्वालन जूठन खात लखी विधि बुद्धि गई भरमाय राधे राधे।
Shri Krishna is called Aj in the Vedas. Gyagyav dvavaja vishanisha yeka bhokti bhogyat yukta anantaschatma vishwarupo hyakarta tayam yada vindate brahma me tat. Shvetashvataro Upanishad chapter 1 verse 9. Shri Krishna is Aj. Aj means unborn, who does not take birth, never takes birth. He has become the son of Nand. Nanda Bani Jai, Braj mein, in Braj. In Vrindavan, he has come as the son of Nanda Baba. And yet, Vedas is saying he never takes birth. Gwalan Juthan Khat Lakhi. To Bidhi Buddhi Gai Bharmai. And Shri Krishna performed such pastimes when he would sit with his friends, the cowherd boys, he would eat the food from their mouth, and seeing that, Brahma, the creator, became totally confused. So, Sri Krishna, as I said, he is, the Vedas say, Ajayamano. He never takes birth. But in the same verse, Ajayamano bahudha vijayate tasya yonim paripashyanti dhiraha, Yajurved. In the same Ved mantra, the first word says, Shri Krishna, God never takes birth. Good. And immediately the second word, bahudha vijayate, he takes uncountable births. That's why no one can understand God. It's beyond the intellect, material intellects. How can somebody not take birth and at the same time have uncountable births? He has become the son. He's called Nandalal, Nandanandan, Yashoda Nandan, Kaushalya Nandan, Dashrath Nandan, Vasudev, the son of Vasudev, Devaki Nandan. He has become the son of so many people. But yet he never takes birth. He's the Lord of He's the Father of the whole universe. Amitasya vai putraha. Every living being is a child of God. He who is the Father of the whole universe becomes somebody's son, child. This is the kind of pastime that Sri Krishna performs. And as I said, Sri Krishna is illiterate. When he was in Vrindavan, and all his friends, his cowherd friends, they were all illiterate. Anguta Chap. Brahma saw Sri Krishna. He was told that Naraji said to Brahma, hey, your father has come, he's taken dissension. Nobody told me? Brahma said, oh, go in Vrindavan, you will see. So he came there and he saw Sri Krishna sitting with his cowherd boy friends, and they all had their food and they were about to have their lunch. So everybody's Maya has given them food in a tiffin. And Sri Krishna will put his one side. And when these cowherd boys, they will take out their food and start eating in their mouth, Sri Krishna will wait for an opportunity, put his hand inside their mouth, not take a little piece from their hand, inside their mouth, what they are chewing, and he would take it and eat it. And then he would say, ah, yummy. Oh, so yummy. Your Maya has cooked such tasty food. Brahma saw that and he got totally confused. He thought, this is God, Brahma, my father. Brahma came from the navel of Sri Krishna. So he's the son of Sri Krishna. Impossible. So Brahma, you all know what happened. He stole all the cows and all the cowherd boys and hid them, put them in a trance. And then Sri Krishna himself became same number of cows and cowherd boys. Brahma didn't know what he saw. He went back and looked in the cave, all there. When he came in Vrindavan, all here. Oh, he realized his mistake. He fell at the feet of Sri Krishna and begged for forgiveness. You all know. So this is the pastimes. All this happens because of bhakti, only bhakti, the love of his devotees. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe,
Radhe Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe,
Krishna Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna,
Krishna Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna.
Jaki Yat जाचत शरण सब, विधि हरिहर उन्मान, राधे राधे।
जाकी आचत शरण सब, विधि हरिहर उन्मान, राधे राधे।
सोई यशुमती की गोद हित, लोटत रोदन ठान, राधे राधे।
सोई यशुमती की गोद हित, लोटत रोदन ठान, राधे राधे।
लाली लाल की
जय।
विधि हरिहर. These are three forms of Sri Krishna. Vidhi means Brahma, one who creates the universe, one who does creation. Hari means Vishnu, he sustains. And Har means Shiv, he destroys. And there are uncountable Brahmas, uncountable Vishnu, uncountable Shiv. Bhinna bhinna pratiloka vidhata, bhinna Vishnu Shiva man dishitrata. Uncountable solar systems. Every solar system has its own Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar. So uncountable. All is Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, they are begging to get shelter from Sri Krishna, that he should take them under his shelter. They are begging for that. Asoi Yashumati ki god hit lotat rodan than. That same Sri Krishna, who Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, these are forms of Sri Krishna himself, are begging to go in his lap, in other words. He's crying to go in the lap of Yashoda Maiya, and because she's not taking him, he's rolling on the ground. The Supreme Brahma, Sri Krishna. When he descended a little more than 5,000 years ago in this place called Vrindavan, so Yashoda Maiya, his mother is Yashoda. As I told you, Sri Krishna made Yashoda forget that she is the servant of the Lord, Bhakt, and he made himself forget also. So both can enjoy. Through that same power I told you about Yog Maya. Yashoda Maiya, and now Sri Krishna is behaving like all little children. They love to go in the lap of a mummy. All the time, oh, pick me up, all the time they're like this. And if a mother is not careful and spoils them, and every moment she has to pick them up, no matter how big they get. Ooh, walking everywhere. Go and play. You're big enough now. No, I have to spoil them more and more and more. They will love me more. Nobody loves anybody more. The divine law is, as long as you do what they want, Jate kachu nij swarat hoi, ta par mamta karai sab koi. Sur nar muni sab kai yariti, swarat lagi karahi sab priti. It's a divine law Shankar Bhagwan is saying to Parvati. The more outward love and affection we get from anyone in the world, the greater is the selfishness involved. Sura Naramuni, not ordinary people, Sur, Devatas, Muni, Rishi, all. We also, when somebody does what we want, I love you, I have the best mommy, I have the best daddy, I have the best husband. And they don't do, oh, I wish I could kill you. I will shoot you. we think, okay, I will give more love so they will love me. That's your delusion. As long as we are under Maya, sarva swartham samihate, all are selfish. My nature. You do what, how long can anybody do what everybody wants? You cannot. You yourself want your own happiness. So as long as you do what that person, what that child, what that husband, what that wife wants, you are the best. And when you can't, it's impossible. They will want to kill you. Just as you want to kill them too. This is the reality in the world. This has happened to us in this lifetime many times, and yet we don't learn anything. We're still thinking, oh, my child is going to love me, my husband, my wife, oh, I'm the best. I'll make sure that I do everything and give them everything they want. You're better than Bhagavan. Bhagavan cannot do that. Oh, we challenge. I can do it. So a parent, a good parent, does not spoil the child. Decides that this is going to harm the child. If I keep giving them what they want, this is impossible. They will demand from everywhere and everybody. They'll be totally spoiled, selfish. So you can't give them everything they want. You've got to make sure that they understand that they can never get everything they want if it's a good parent. So Yashoda Maya also, she doesn't want to have Kanhaiya totally spoiled. She loves him tremendously. How Yashoda Maya loved Kanhaiya, no mother in the world can love a child like that. How much she loved Kanhaiya. Yet she's thinking, I have to do what. That's why she tied him to the mortar, take a stick and threaten to beat him, etc. She's disciplined also because she wants, as I said, she's thinking that she does not know this is Bhagavan. All she knows that this is my son. And as a good mother, she's thinking, if he's stealing, I have to, if he's little thing he's stealing now, when he gets big, what he's going to steal? So every moment Kanhaiya wants to go in the lap. When Maiya's God mein jana, Maiya says, why are you special? I have housework to do. I'm a wife or a mother. I have things to do. I'll pick you up, but not all the time. Jao khelo, go and play. He's grabbing Maiya's her skirt. He's pulling the hair. Choti Maiya had very long hair, braided. So he'd hold the hair and pull it. Everything. So Maiya, and when Maiya would take his hand and push it away, and he cannot get what he wants, what he does, he starts rolling on the ground. Two things children know. Nobody has taught them. To stamp their feet and roll on the ground. Nobody has taught a child to do that, but all children know that. When they don't get what they want, they start stamping their feet and rolling on the ground. So Kanhaiya, he starts rolling on the ground. Imagine the Supreme Brahm. All because of bhakti. He wants to give Maiya happiness. The same amount of happiness Maiya is getting, Kanhaiya is getting also. by these actions. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tans tathaiva bhajamyaham. Chapter 4, verse 11. Don't forget that law in the Gita. The same amount of love, all the gopis are getting the same amount of bliss from Kanhaiya. Kanhaiya is experiencing the same bliss. Just as the gopis, just as Maya, just as Nanda Baba. So this is all because of bhakti, that divine love, selfless love. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe,
Radhe Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe,
Krishna Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna,
Krishna Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna.
Jaki Maya te nache, yogi yati mahan, Radhe Radhe.
Jaki Maya te nache, yogi yati mahan, Radhe Radhe.
नचे सोई करताल पे, ब्रज बीतीन बनितान, राधे राधे।
नचे सोई करताल पे, ब्रज बीतीन वनितान, राधे राधे।
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे, जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
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 जय राधे कृष्ण राधे, जय राधे कृष्ण राधे।
जाकी माया ते नचे योगी यति महान. The greatest yogis, rishis, munis, they dance to the tune of the Maya of Shri Krishna. Maya is so powerful. और नचे सोई करताल पै, ब्रज बीथिन बनितान. The whole world dances to Shri Krishna, and Shri Krishna, illiterate. The illiterate, the gopis also never went to school. The topmost of says, but they never went to school. They were illiterate. They are clapping their hands, and Shri Krishna is dancing. They make him dance. So, in the Gita it says, Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe junathishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yanta rudhani mayaya. As someone makes a puppet dance as mounted on a machine or a puppet, the puppeteer, they will make that puppet dance according to how they want. So Shri Krishna makes the whole world dance to his tune. Everyone, great, great rishis and munis, they dance. They cannot overcome the Maya of Shri Krishna. They dance to the tune of Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna's Maya. That same Shri Krishna, he's dancing to the tune, the clapping, not the clapping. Kartal means this clapping. One gopi says, "Hey Kanhaiya, will you dance for me?" So Kanhaiya says, "Kya dunge? What are you going to give me?" "Makhan, lunda. I'll give you some makhan. I'll give you chach." Chach, buttermilk. You know what chach is? Dahi, yogurt. When you mathe, you churn it, butter comes out. Makhan. What remains, water, is called chach, buttermilk. There's hardly anything in there. That Shri Krishna would dance for. The gopis say, "I'll give you chach." And Shri Krishna would dance. And the gopi, she has no music, no instruments. This is in the forest. Vrindavan at that time was forest, mostly forest. A little more than 5,000 years ago was all forest. So this is inside the forest. Baname. So the gopi is clapping and Kanhaiya is dancing. Ta, ta, thai, thai, ta, ta, thai. Oh, he's a very good dancer. Topmost. So he is dancing, and then another gopi comes along and said, "I didn't see. I want to see too. Can you dance for me? I will give you chach also." And so he's dancing for this gopi and then another gopi, and so the whole day poor guy is dancing. Little Kanhaiya. He gets tired dancing, but he wants chach. Huh? So much chach you're going to drink? And I remember I told you, Nanda Baba had 900,000 cows, now lakh guy, all milking. And the amount of milk, this is in Dwapar Yug, not Kali Yug. So there's an abundance of chach, makhan, dahi, you name it, butter, etc. If Kanhaiya, Balram, Yashoda Maya, Nanda Baba were to eat for 100 lifetimes, they cannot finish all the butter and all the chach and all that in that home. Yet he's stealing from the homes of the gopis. He's dancing for chach. Why? Because of love, bhakti. He has to, he has no choice. In the world, we can choose whether we want to love or not. Somebody loves you and you don't like, you can say, I don't care. This boy loves this girl and the girl doesn't care. I don't care. You love how much you want. Find another girl. We have a choice. But God and the saint, they have no choice. Because of this divine law I told you about, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tans tathaiva bhajamyaham. Chapter 4, verse 11, Gita. Shri Krishna says, how a devotee, how one loves me, with whatever feeling, however, in whichever way, I have to return that love in the same amount, the same way, in the same feeling. Have to, has no choice. Bechara, poor guy. They cannot say, okay, you love me, so I will not love you. You can be Kubja, the ugliest woman in the whole world. Or you can be some very beautiful person, Gopi. He has to love. Sri Krishna doesn't look outward. Saint Sri Krishna doesn't look at what you look like, or how much knowledge you have, or which family you are from. which race you belong to, which jati, all these things. एक चीज से मतलब है, the one thing only he cares about. मिला ही न रघुपति बिनु अनुरागा, किए जोग जप ज्ञान विरागा. Anurag, love. All Sri Krishna cares about how much you love him. That's all. Nothing else. One can do yoga, yagya, gyan, you name it. You will not get Sri Krishna if there is no love. All he cares about is love. Pray. Because of this love, he performs so many wonderful, wonderful pastimes. So the last almost 10 or more of them, 10, 11 of them, of the dohas, was dedicated mostly to the divine pastimes of Sri Krishna. All right, so just try to give some idea. Larli Lal ki, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. All right, so if you look at the schedule, this is supposed to be a question and answer session. So I've been doing this Bhakti Shatak for so long with you all. So I'm sure you may have, I didn't give any chance because we couldn't finish it, any session properly. So there's so much limited time. So I'm sure you have questions. So we just have few opportunities where you can ask questions. So this is one of them. So if you have questions, please ask. This is a session that the satsangis normally look forward to. They have so many questions that they want to ask. Now you've been, what, you've been shy? Not that you have to make up a question, but and we always have so many questions. What happened, Suresh? What are you looking for? Why you came so late? Oh. Yes, Pani. Yeah.